Okay, yes, that was me, the crazy lady with Greg in her pajamas with a semi-winter coat on at BJ's getting a TV last night. Yeah, it was a life on life's term evening. We had dinner, we were watching TV, we put it on pause, we came back to finish up the show, and the TV had died. A sudden death. We had thought over the last year that it was on its way, but this was totally without warning. So we had to pick out a new TV. And of course, I did see somebody I knew, but she wasn't paying attention. It's Friday night. She was exhausted and just loaded up her carts and was on her way home. But anyway, so there you go. It was a life on life's terms, 2 days off. I do not have off today. I work today for extra hours and 9 hours and then 9 hours tomorrow too. So it's okay. I ended up working on Friday, and Wednesday was my vacation day, and I think I had it totally off. Not sure. Anyway, one of those, life gives you what it does, and so you go with it. But in the meantime, without my bad juju Weight Watcher scale, the scale seems to be dropping, and I'm quite delighted. What am I doing different? Well, I decided to weigh myself each day this week just to see, and I've been very, very conscientious. If I thought I was paying attention to my tracker and watching what I ate and even keeping all the veggie carbs down low, I really began paying attention with a concerted effort because, well, with the Weight Watcher scale saying I'd gained all this tremendous weight, so I was concerned. And it all seems to be working out okay. I'm excited. So don't give up on yourselves, and things can happen. And food wasn't necessarily my total focus. It is, of course, when I wake up and when I'm prepping and throughout the day. I mean, I do think a lot about food, and that's probably not going to change. But being busy with these life on life's terms punts that I had, I was able to really just focus on getting through those moments and staying calm and accepting it and all that kind of stuff. But I am really kind of thrilled because I was getting very concerned that my old age metabolism had given me another decade present of like slowing me down even more. So if you think at 30 you can't lose weight, try going on 66. Your body, it doesn't betray you. I mean, it's not without warning. But if your house isn't in order, so to speak, if your body isn't in order with eating good foods and your head isn't screwed on right, straight, healthy, then you may end up with a crazy metabolism sort of wank and end up on the gaining side and not understanding how you got there, like we see in older women in the stores. Not younger women that, have different issues, but the older women that just, they haven't stopped or altered their choices and what they eat. And I remember looking one of my girlfriends in the eyes and just saying to her, go to all the specials you want, but when it comes down to it, it's going to be sugar and processed foods. That is going to be what you might have to give up in your 60s to get some grip on gaining. Forget staying the same, just the gaining. And she was having her beloved softball size blueberry muffin every day from Dunkin' Donuts, and she drinks her coffees black, so there was no problem with that. But so it was kind of funny because I said, well, you might have to give up a lot of the stuff in the coffee, and she said, I drink it black. But she gave that up along with bread and pasta and rice, and I'm seeing a lightness in her words, so it's kind of cool. And so things can happen, but there's some reality checks that may have to happen along the way. And you could be younger, and definitely your body is telling you it is allergic to processed foods. whenever I watch videos with a lot of processed foods and they struggle with weight gain, I just want to gently scream through the screen and just say, it's the processed crap. Stop thinking that you can keep having this in your food plan. Not to mention, when you have processed foods, the craving is set up again for more processed foods. Nobody sits there and thinks 24/7 about apples, or about apples with some peanut butter, or about 2 scrambled eggs with some cheese in it. They don't think about that. I do, because I'm fat adapted, so those things haven't appealed to me. Well, not the apple, but the peanut butter. And so, if you're sitting there trying to come up with a new way to have a summer ice cream cone, or to have, they say, there was an article in that magazine that I like, and it said, tortillas are the new white bread. If you're still having a lot of white bread products and counting the points on them, you could still be getting into metabolic trouble. Your body may not be processing processed foods the way it might have when you were in your teens. And so you gain, you stay the same, nothing changes. Walks and exercise and all the water in the world isn't going to matter if you're still having a lot of processed foods and sugar. And those sugars could be fruit. Even though your stomach, it's funny when people say that I can eat a lot of this such and such and it doesn't bother me. You don't have to have tummy aches to still have a food bother you. Do you understand what I'm saying? What could be happening to you on the inside with a lot of fruits and a lot of processed foods and even a lot of sugars or fake sugars or diet soda? You don't know the metabolic things that you could be doing to your body that don't scream at you. You think you're not having any reaction, but it could show up on a lab marker 6 months down the road, a year, 10 years. Because it accumulates, it layers. Nobody wakes up with diabetes. They don't wake up with it. It is a slow process. And I'm sure there's lots of warnings over the bow from healthcare providers. And when you're pre-diabetic, it's not like, boy, I sure escaped that. I'll do something when I become diabetic. No, 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 no. You don't understand the seriousness of it. And we are going to be crippled by our healthcare needs with all of the pre-diabetic, metabolic syndrome, and full-blown diabetes. They changed the name of diabetes from, what was it called? Juvenile diabetes or something like that? I don't know. But so far, I'm okay with my blood sugars. Of course, not eating sugar helps. Having only 2 ounces of fruit every day helps. And I'm aiming for the antioxidants when I have my 2 ounces of fruit. It's blueberries or blackberries, which are loaded with antioxidants. So I want some other bang for my buck besides the sweetness. But otherwise, I am aiming for those green leafy vegetables for all the antioxidants in that, all the magnesium, all the other goodies. And so I have at least one green leafy salad a day. Baby spinach is another one. The darker and leafier, the better it is for you. And you can load up those great big I use mixing bowls for my salad. I really do. If you watch Dr. Berg videos, and he's the health doctor that gets you eating healthy before he puts you on a weight loss program, and I absolutely love that. He teaches you nutrition, how to eat dense, nutritious foods before he has you lose the weight. So you're not still drinking Diet Coke and having low-fat, low-carb tortilla wraps with low-fat, no-fat cheese inside of them. No, you're having whole foods, full-fat yogurt, full-fat other dairy products, all of the egg, not just egg whites. You're having that yolk. That yolk is like that beautiful golden, almost orange in some eggs, yolk is power-packed with things for your body. You want to have that. The lutein for your eyes. There are so many wonderful things in whole foods. And so when he shows pictures of the salads that he has, I'm like nodding. That's what I have too. And then I add other things. I add the cauliflower crumbles. I'm adding a tablespoon, just for guilty pleasure, a tablespoon of crumbled bacon that I got at BJ's. It's delicious, and it flavors the whole salad. I'm adding a tablespoon. Right now I'm loving my BJ's Sicilian olive oil. There's just something very buttery about that. But I switch back and forth with the avocado oil. And I did get a couple of Kraft olive oil dressings that I'll have a tablespoon mixed in. And then I have the Brianna's real vinaigrette that I mix in too when it's a huge salad. So it's not like it's soupy, but it's wetter than 1 tablespoon. And so, oh, mushrooms. I'm having mushrooms again. And so I'll have all these things, and a tablespoon of blue cheese or an ounce of feta cheese. And I'll have these things in my green leafy salad, and the oils and the volume carry me. And I also just got some cured meat stick products from Vermont, cured and smoked, or smoked and cured. They're the bacon makers as well, the uncured meat sticks. Well, I don't know if they're delicious. I'm having my first one today. And it's ancho turkey pepper. And the other one that I got was also a turkey. I can't remember which one that was too, but I aimed for spicy because I like a bite to it. And both have 70 calories and I think a couple of carbs and some grams of protein. So a nice carry through for my day. So anyway, this is just, it's not a short video, but it's after my punting 2 days, I'm back, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and that you're prepping and tracking and weighing yourself, being honest with what you calculate, and if the scale is creeping up, what is it that you may need to look at for the very first time instead of just listening to me drone on and on about processed foods, even artificial sugars, sugar, and too much fruit. Are you looking at that? It could make a difference. If you say, just for a week, I'm going to go without. Just for a week. That's what I did. I didn't have my fat bomb. And I was very, very, very conscientious about my carbs. And I was very, very, very conscientious about my meat intake too, my animal protein. And it's making a difference. Oh, and I'm not starving. Woo! The important part, right? Have a wonderful day. This has been Pearls of Wisdom with Sarah. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye for now.